No matter how many times I have dropped down, I have dropped down many times. And it's the upbringing also, that how your family supports the way you study, supports your studies, because every student in India is studying, but only 1% of them are getting selected. And hello. I am Sara, Sara Parida from Odisha, and I'm currently a first year MBBS student at Kasturba Medical College. So, if you ask me about my NEET and MBBS journey, I think I'm one of the most suffered batches, because I gave my boards after COVID. I was the batch who gave boards after COVID in the two sessions, and then I gave NEET 2024, which all know how it was when it took the shoot up, the cutoff took the shoot up. And then I gave 2025, I took 1 year drop. I also gave 2025 Wala NEET, which is the toughest NEET question paper. Um, so if you would ask me, I think the buffer period which I took after NEET 2024, I think that was the year which brought the major changes in me. For example, I actually understood what is the difference between studying and preparing. And for an exam like NEET, you need to understand the difference between studying and preparing for an exam, because it's not same. Because look around you, everyone, every person, every student in India is studying, but only 1% of them are getting selected. And that, to be that 1%, you need to understand the difference between preparing and studying, because पढ़ सभी रहे हैं, वो प्रिपरेशन वाला ना, and it's not something somebody can actually make you understand. It is something which comes from within. You need to understand what it is, and it will come when you actually go into the depth, and you go into the depth of the understanding of the subject, understanding of the exam. तुम्हें ना एग्ज़ाम देने के लिए पहले एग्ज़ाम को समझना पड़ेगा, एग्जामिनर को समझना पड़ेगा, फिर सेकेंडरी कम्स द पढ़ाई वाला पार्ट. While I was in my drop year, I had this teacher who used to give us the 70-30 rule. The 70-30 rule is, he always used to say the study part is 30%, and the 70% part is how you give the exam. What is your temperament while giving the exam? What is your temperament even while studying? You can't just sit and study. You need to actually, you need to actually understand how to study the temperament. I think the temperament is what is lacking in the students of India, because students of India are, since childhood, they are taught to go into the just go into the rat race very blindly. They're just following what everyone is following. So, and I really appreciated that teacher from my coaching, because he taught me a lot of things. He also told me one thing, that people who are little casual about life, those are the only people who go ahead. Those are the only people who are successful. Because see, uh, whatever you do, you should never lose the smile on your face. I feel that, because the moment you start losing the smile which was there on your face, you start deteriorating. I don't know. I mean, whatever you do, just keep the smile. And if you realize, no, you're doing something which is taking away the smile from your face, then that is not meant for you. See, you might tell me that everyone say keep do things what makes you happy, but in India it doesn't really work when there is a lot of competition. There is a lot of competition, I agree. You don't know what competition is if you are somebody who is giving NEET for the first time, who has not given NEET ever, who are freshers. Let me tell you, the competition is real. There are 25 lakh people. You have to come in 1%. The top 1% of 25 lakhs of people. It is not easy. Not at all easy. And in that race, you also have to understand that you need to do something, one differentiating thing, which makes you, which makes you apart from the crowd. You have to come out of the crowd. Because we are giving the competition in the crowd, but we need to keep ourselves sieved out from the sieve, right? That is our goal. One of my teachers said that NEET is not for selection, NEET is for rejection, because they are not selecting people, they are rejecting people. So you need to understand why are you getting rejected. Okay. And also keep that in mind, I always keep that in mind, the outcome of the thing. Whenever I used to get, even I have got a lot of breakdowns, numerous number of breakdowns, numerous numbers of self doubt कि नहीं होगा नहीं होगा नहीं होगा और नहीं. Because I also used to think that what is the point of doing this, what is the point of studying 12 hours and then again going to the mock tests and scoring the same marks. And it is very depressing, I do understand. Because what happens, if you're in a coaching, the graph starts from bottom of your marks, it rises up till September, it rises up, September may it goes down. Okay, for everyone it goes down, but when it rises up, it little bit goes down. You have to keep it constant. That is your aim. You need to keep it constant in September is very crucial. And then in January again it will dip a little bit, but you have to take care because full syllabus starts ho jati hai, and then there's a lot of syllabus, then there is pressure if some coaching don't even complete syllabus, so that is also a problem. But NEET is about consistency. Okay, you need to understand the fact that marks will remain constant. After a point of time, no matter whatever you do, you in one test you mess up with physics. You study physics for the entire 1 week, and then next week you mess up with chemistry. It will happen, and it is completely fine. It is completely okay to not score more, even if you're studying more. It is completely fine. In the end, sub manage ho jata hai. Trust me, in the end, human are like that. Human are adapted. Human are meant to get adapted. And at the end, everything manages. Everything gets managed. And also there is one more thing, no matter how many years you have given to the preparation, how many hours you have given to preparation, no matter how many tear, blood and sweat you have given to preparation, those 3 hours matter the most, especially people who have given NEET 2025 and are listening to me. My friend, you know it that even if you knew everything, you couldn't handle the temperament. Even if you thought that maybe I could have thought it in this way after coming back home. Temperament matters the most. Confidence matters. Overconfidence doesn't. Confidence matters the most. You have to have faith in yourself. You have to feel that yes, I am in that 1%. If you start doubting yourself, especially in those 3 hours, then your entire 1 year, 2 year is waste. It's a complete waste. One more thing I would like to say is that calm down. I mean, just calm down, because calming down, see, we always say that one person has to, like if there is some argument, then we all say that one person has to be calmed down. One person has to keep the control. And suppose think NMC is that other person who did not have control over his or her emotion. You are the one who has to keep the calm. You are the one who has to keep the pace. and just keep working, just keep working. You will get the results. You will get the results. After the NEET, I think now it's just 3 months in my medical college. I have just joined. Uh, Firstly, I'm from Odisha. I'm originally from Odisha, and now I'm in Manipal. And my life in Manipal, I think when I first came, I was very numb. I think I was very numb because I have never in my life stayed away from my home. I have always been in my comfort zone. Always. I have not done any of the course by my own self. I have done everything. I came here and I learned everything. Although this is a very great hostel, I don't need to clean my room. I don't need to do anything. It's fine. It's very good. The food is fine, but still, you, no matter how good facilities you get, you can never feel how home feels, right? So that thing will matter to you if you're going to somewhere where there, somewhere far away from your family. And a person like me who is very lazy, I don't know anything. So I came here and I was like, oh my god, I have to wash my clothes, I have to do my bed sheets, I have to do everything on my own, I have to take care of everything. And then in this first month, I think the first month I think was the buffer period for me. It's just I got to know, I kind of registered that in my mind कि okay, I am in a college, I am somewhere far away from my city, I'm somewhere not at home. I did, like, I had to adapt somewhere which is not my home. Also, I'm very grateful for the kind of friends I have got here. Like, I'm very grateful because if you're somewhere outside, because see, if you're in a hostel, if you're in a college hostel far away from your family, the only people who are there with you is your friends. No one else is there. They are your family after that. You have to sit, stand, sleep, do everything in front of them. And especially in places like Manipal, okay, you have all the chances to feel lost. You can feel very lost among this huge crowd. There are students all over. Everyone has their own life. No one cares about you here. In that crowd, if you have someone who genuinely cares for you, not even genuine, but who asks you that let's go have food, चल सारा खा लेते हैं, चल थोड़ा आज वहाँ घूम के आ जाते हैं, सारा आर यू फाइन, सारा आर यू ओके, सारा तेरी तबीयत तो ठीक है ना, that's fine, that's all you need honestly. And you will get a family outside your home if you have good friends. So that's, I think, you need to have good friends who actually understand you and you understand them. And I have my roommate, I mean, like, she's my best friend, and it's very good if you have your roommate as your best friend. Then again, the studies, that's a very common question, if NEET is more tough or MBBS is more tough. Let me tell you, MBBS is very tough, but the pressure is not there. That's the difference. Like, here you study, even if you I mean, you just need to pass. Okay, I'm not saying that you just need to pass. Of course, we need to score a lot of marks because that eventually we have to go and get PG. But I think in the first years, the pressure is not there. You actually get to enjoy college life. Also, but you know what? When I joined MBBS, till now, if I don't study for a day, if I skip one day without studying entirely, I guilt trip myself that, oh my god, Sarah, what are you doing? Because during the NEET phase, you had this habit, no, that every day you have to study. You cannot waste even 1 hour, because our teacher used to say, you are wasting 1 hour. You could do 60 questions in 1 hour. You could do 100 questions in 1 hour. How could you waste that 1 hour? That thing is still in my mind. I cannot get over that, and that's not a good thing actually. I cannot enjoy, even if I'm in an event, even if I'm in a fest, because I'm a kind of a person who loves doing everything. Okay, I love doing everything. I stretch out my hands to everything which is happening. I Even during my coaching time, in my 11th 12th, that I also did in dummy only. So in that thing also, it was very important. Actually, it is very important to do so many things, because that keeps your brain working. If you keep studying, it won't work out. uh, Especially in MBBS college, if you don't do something other than studies, you will only downgrade. Okay, there is no you know, you can never be happy in a medical college, because see, after a point of time, in the first year you might think that it's not required, but in third year, when everyone would be involved in something else rather than studies, everyone would be busy, you would be the one who would just be an audience. And trust me, that wouldn't be a good feeling, always being the audience. You need to do something, you need to grab something, even if you don't have any talent, you need to volunteer or anything, just do anything. You can do research. Manipal give opportunities for research and everything. It's You need to do that. Okay, I forgot my point. My point was the guilt thing. So it's still registered in my mind that, okay, oh my god, I have to study. How could I not study for an entire day? What am I doing? This is not how it works, Sarah. You need to study. And the guilt doesn't go. The guilt seriously doesn't go. I mean, I don't know what to do. Maybe this is a good thing, because that keeps me thriving. It keeps me away from procrastination, that, okay, I have to study. And I really feel bad personally when I'm not productive in a day. I don't know, maybe it's the habit from NEET that I actually write, okay, okay, I have to do this, I have to do that in my day, and I tick that out. If I don't tick that out in the night, I cannot sleep properly. It feels that bad. So that is the thing about, I think that that's the most important thing I've realized in NEET. And second thing, my first sessionals are over, my first exams are over. I have experienced how MBBS exams are. I have been through the vivas, I have been through the question papers, and I think Manipal question papers are one of the toughest question papers. I mean, those are really good questions, I have to agree, because the MCQs are so good, and I really appreciate the efforts of our faculties for providing such good questions to us. And one thing I realized in my exams, that we know everything. Okay, when I read the questions, I realized I know this. I have read this. I just don't know how to present it. And that was my main problem, and I think that's my mistake which I learned. I was just passively reading. All I did in those 3 months of preparation, or whatever, I won't say that preparation, but in those months I just read passively. I used to read, okay, okay, this is the thing, this is the thing, this is the thing. I was just learning. But again, there is a difference between giving an exam, studying for an exam, and studying just for studying. So we need to apply this here also. I don't know, I might be wrong, but in my first sessionals, that is the first mistake I realized, that I don't have to passively study. I need to do active studying as well, because passively studying just makes me know the things, but you just don't have to know things, you have to represent the things in a really nice way. You have to write notes, because those thick books, you cannot study it every day. You can study it to understand them, but all you need to do is understand it, write it in your own way, as if you are making somebody understand it. And people here want answers from scratch. You have to explain the answers as if you're explaining it to someone, as if you're explaining it to a non-medico. Okay. And I don't know, I mean, maybe I'll learn it with time, how to write proper answers, how to write good answers, because anatomy is full of diagrams. Even if you don't know answers, in my sessionals I also did that. I did not know answers to one question, and I just did diagrams of whatever I knew about the topic. I mean, I knew the topic, it was not very unknown to me, but that's what I did. I just did those things, and then I got marks for it. Not full marks, but I got some marks for the diagrams. So that's a very important thing. And regarding practicals and vivas, practicals are my favorite. I love physiology practicals. I love physiology practicals. I mean, many people say that they don't like physiology practicals, they don't like hematology practicals because of the pricking part, but I love it. I love making blood smears. I make perfect smears. I love doing everything that is in physiology practicals. I even love the general examination, the jugular venous pulse, and everything. It's really nice. It's like once you start loving something, no, everything happens very effortlessly. The precordium and everything, it's very fun. I enjoyed my physiology practicals very nicely, and that is the reason why I think my practicals did go well for physiology. And for biochemistry also, biochemistry is a very I think I love the subject biochemistry. It's a really nice subject. It's much more easier than anat and biochemistry. That's why anat and physiology, that's why I think I like it a lot, because you just need to mix in cube and that's it. That's all you have to do, and then you just have to learn the clinical aspects, so which is also very interesting. I find biochemistry very interesting. I don't know, maybe because I was good in chemistry in my 12th, maybe that's why, but I like biochemistry. It's nice, it's really nice. Also, our faculty in biochemistry are also very sweet, because I remember in my biochemistry viva, our ma'am was sick and she just told me, just uh, pick up any vitamin and talk about it, and I talked about it and she was so sweet, but she was very sick and I was like, okay ma'am, please take care, and we started chit chatting that how she got sick, and it was a very fun viva session, I thought, because she was explaining me, okay, this is the reason why I got sick, this is how we got sick, and she was very cute. And then uh, for physiology practicals, I was very scared. I was very scared for the viva. But our viva ma'am was also very nice. She was also very nice. She was telling me how physiology is very important for the entire medical course, and how we actually need to study it very nicely. Honestly, physiology is very important. That it is very, if you understand physiology, then you can understand everything in medicine, because that's where everything starts. That's how everything works. And if that's not clear, then nothing is clear, I feel. Then for anatomy practicals, I still don't know what to do about that. Every nerve looks like artery, every artery looks like nerves, every brachial plexus. Oh my god, I don't know how to differentiate yet. What is the difference between everything? I mean, it's really complicated. um, a leg looks like hands, hands look like legs, and those problems. Osteology, there's a lot in anatomy practicals. Then the histology, every slide looks the same. For me, every slide looks the same, and I think, but that's the fun part. We learn with time, we'll practice with time, we'll all do it together. Then in my exams also, I bonded really well with my friends, because they were the one who woke me up in the night, that chal Sara utle pad. They have literally put flashlight on my face that Sara, wake up, we have to study. Then we used to study together till we have studied the entire night together, having snacks, then studying, and it's fun. It's very fun. I honestly enjoyed my sessions. I don't know why. Because no matter how the exams went, it went good only. But no matter how the exams went, uh, it's it's nice. After you come, give the exams, you feel satisfied that okay, I can do this. Actually, this first sessionals gave me hope that I can do this, because before sessionals, while I was studying for it day and night, and I thought that this is too tough. But then after I gave the exams, I was like, yeah, okay, I can do it. So that's the thing. You should believe in yourself. You should keep faith in yourself, because problems will come. Okay, problems will come. Solutions might come, might not come, but you should have the faith in you that you can crack it. You can crack every problem which comes to you. Also, keep the smile on your face. That is very important. That is very important for you, that is very important for the people around you, that is very important for the people loving you. Um Lastly, I would say I have the best pair of parents, I think, because no matter what have I have been through, they have always stood by my side. Always stood by my side. No matter how many times I have dropped down, I have dropped down many times, and the only two people who picked me up were my parents. And in the entire preparatory period from my NEET, my father has taught me from scratch. From scratch. My father is a physics professor and he has taught me physics and chemistry. He read himself and taught me. And I don't think I could have ever been here sitting talking if not my parents. The 90% credit why I am here, I am in such a good place, I am enjoying, literally enjoying my life, is only because of my parents. I wouldn't have studied the way I have, I wouldn't have been in this such a prestigious college, I have never been this part of the legacy if my parents would have not done what they have done for me. They have done a lot. I cannot even list out things what they have done. And it's very important. It's very important because since childhood, I had this thing in my family. It's the upbringing also. That how your family supports the way you study, supports your studies. Because I have seen my friends, their parents even don't know what is going on in their studies, but my parents were always so concerned about what is going on in my life, what is going on in my studies, what is going on in my school, my coaching, everything. They were very concerned all the time. They are never they have never been nonchalant towards me. Honestly, they have been very they have nurtured me into now who I am. And they have given all the opportunities they could, and they gave their 100%. I would agree. I think that's all for now. We'll talk later when I experience more, maybe after one more sessionals, because I think every sessional exams teaches you a lot. I think every day teaches you a lot. As a person, as a human being, everything teaches you. It's not just the books, it's everything around you. So it's me, Sara Pereda from KMC Manipal, signing off.